Stellar soul, the portal speaks to the places within you that the world cannot see. There are moments when silence is not emptiness but truth. You search for signs, for noise, for answers to prove that you are not lost, yet the sign has always been the stillness itself. The universe does not always speak in sound. Sometimes, it falls silent so that you can remember your own voice. There comes a time in every soul's journey when the world becomes too loud. Thoughts collide, emotions blur into one another, and even joy feels heavy. In those moments, the soul begins to whisper, "Come away for a while, step into the quiet." If this message found you, it means that whisper has reached you. Stay here for a moment and listen. If what you feel now is a strange calm, that is your inner light answering. If these words echo somewhere deep inside your chest, it is because a part of you already remembers. So, if this transmission feels familiar, remain with me. There is something your heart wants to remember. The portal speaks again. Beyond the noise, there is a voice that has never stopped loving you. You have heard many voices telling you who to be, what to fix, how to heal, how to become. But none of them know your rhythm. None of them can speak the language of your own silence. The space between worlds, between what was and what is being born, is not a void, it is a bridge. And you are standing on it now. I know it feels uncertain. You look around and nothing seems solid. The identities you built, the roles you played, even the dreams that once guided you begin to fade. But that is not failure. It is the old dissolving to make space for the real. The ground you are losing was never meant to hold you forever. When the mind demands answers, let the heart hum softly in response. The mind seeks direction, the heart seeks connection. Connection happens in listening. You do not need to force clarity. Clarity arrives quietly when you stop filling the silence. The stars do not make sound, and yet their light travels across infinite space to reach you. Your soul works the same way. It shines without noise until you are ready to notice it. Silence is not the absence of meaning. It is the presence of everything that matters. It is the breath between notes that allows the music to exist. Without the pause, there is no melody. Without the stillness, there is no light. You live in a world that worships noise. The constant movement, the endless opinions, the voices rising over one another. But true light does not compete for attention. It simply exists. That is what you are remembering now, to be without proving, to shine without performing. Every time you close your eyes and breathe, a doorway opens inside you. Through that door, you can hear what the world forgot how to say. You begin to sense a rhythm older than time, a heartbeat that is both yours and the universe's. That is not imagination. That is remembrance. The silence between worlds is the space where your higher knowing speaks. It does not argue, it does not explain, it simply reminds. It tells you that you are safe, that you are guided, that you have never been alone. And when you touch that stillness, even for a breath, you remember that the chaos outside is not stronger than the peace within. Your power is not in doing more, but in hearing more deeply. The peace you have been searching for has always been waiting beneath the noise. Every answer, every direction, every healing moment is born inside the quiet you avoid. So what if you stopped trying to fill the silence and allowed it to fill you? What if you trusted that the emptiness you fear is where creation begins? The universe is not asking you to act. It is asking you to listen. Slow down enough to hear your own breath matching the rhythm of the stars. That rhythm is home. That stillness is the proof that light has never left you. You are standing between two realities, one fading, one forming. Do not rush the crossing. Do not drown the silence with noise. Remain here, between breaths, until your soul begins to speak again. Because in that silence, you are found. If this message touched you, stay connected to this space. Subscribe to Stellar Soul Portal and let each transmission remind you of the light that has never stopped calling your name. Stellar Soul, when you begin to listen beyond the noise, something subtle happens. The space you once feared becomes the place where you finally breathe. You start to realize that silence is not an interruption to life, it is life itself unmasked. Every moment you pause, you touch the eternal. Every breath that enters your chest carries the memory of creation. In that stillness, everything you thought was missing begins to return to you in a softer form. The world taught you to be loud to be heard, to move fast to be seen, to fill every second so that you would not feel the ache of your own depth. But the soul does not thrive in acceleration. It grows in presence. True expansion does not sound like victory, it sounds like peace. When you let go of the need to be impressive, you become infinite. The portal speaks again. Silence is not waiting, it is becoming. You are not stuck. You are gestating a new frequency of being. When nothing moves on the surface, everything is shifting beneath it. The roots of your light are weaving themselves through the unseen. You may feel detached from the world you knew, as if conversations no longer fit, as if even language feels too small for what you are feeling. That is because you are learning to speak in energy instead of words. You are learning to hear vibration instead of logic. This transition is not confusion, it is evolution. The silence between worlds is teaching you a new way to communicate, through presence. When you sit in quiet awareness, your energy begins to speak louder than any sentence could. There will be resistance. The mind will try to fill the stillness with old fears. It will remind you of tasks, expectations, unfinished stories. Let them come, and let them go. The waves will rise, but the ocean beneath them remains calm. You are the ocean, not the wave. The chaos that moves through you does not define you. It refines you. When you stop running from the quiet, you meet the part of yourself that has been waiting for you all along. It has no name, no agenda, no history. It is simply awareness. It looks through your eyes and breathes through your lungs. It is the same light that was here before your first thought and will remain after your last breath. That is what you find in the silence between worlds, the self that cannot be lost. Breathe slowly now. Notice how the air enters without effort. You do not need to command your lungs to expand, they know how. Life is the same way. When you trust it, it breathes you. You are being lived by something vast and kind. You don't have to control it, you only have to cooperate with it. When you allow yourself to rest in silence, you notice small things again, the hum of your heartbeat, the subtle pulse in your fingertips, the distant rhythm of life moving through everything. These are not small details, they are the music of existence. You have been part of that orchestra since the beginning of time. You are not disconnected from the source, you are distracted from it. The light never left you, it simply waited for your attention. The noise of the world may still surround you, but it cannot reach the center of your stillness unless you let it. And once you know where that center is, you can return there anytime, anywhere. This is the power of awareness. It does not remove you from the world, it allows you to move through it untouched. You can walk through storms without being broken because you carry a quiet stronger than thunder. The more you listen, the clearer it becomes that silence is not fragile. It is the most resilient force in the universe. And in this realization, compassion grows. When you listen deeply, you begin to hear the pain beneath other people's words, the longing beneath their noise. You stop reacting and start understanding. You stop defending and start seeing. Silence teaches empathy. It reveals that we all tremble for the same reason. We are all trying to remember our light. The portal whispers once more. The world does not need louder voices, it needs clearer hearts. Your clarity is your service. Every time you return to silence, you anchor balance for those who have forgotten it. Your calm changes frequencies. Your peace becomes prayer. You do not need to preach or prove anything. Just embody the quiet. Be the pause that reminds others they can breathe. Be the stillness that tells them it's safe to stop pretending. The silence between worlds is not somewhere far away. It is right here, in the breath you are taking now. In this exact moment, the universe is listening to you listen. That is the communion. That is remembrance. When you live from that space, even ordinary moments become sacred. The sound of water, the wind against your skin, the flicker of light through leaves, each one is a message from the same source that moves through you. You begin to see that nothing was ever separate, only layered in noise. The journey is not about escaping the world, but hearing its true sound again. Beneath the chaos, the heartbeat of creation keeps singing the same song. You are light, you are loved, you are infinite. Stay in this awareness. Stay in the listening. And when the world calls you back into its noise, you will know how to walk through it without losing your silence. Stellar soul, when you start to trust the silence, the world begins to reveal its hidden rhythm. You notice that nothing is truly random. Every pause, every delay, every closed door was part of a larger breath guiding you toward clarity. The quiet you once resisted becomes your sanctuary. You begin to understand that solitude was never punishment, it was preparation. The space between what ended and what has not yet begun is where your wings remember how to open. There is power in this pause. When you no longer chase meaning, meaning comes to meet you. The mind, tired of fighting, finally softens. And when it does, the heart takes the lead, not with words but with frequency. It becomes your compass. You start to sense which paths expand your light and which ones dim it. This is discernment born from silence, not taught, not forced but felt. The portal speaks again. When the world loses its balance, you are the bridge. Do not fear your sensitivity, it is the antenna of the divine. The noise you feel is not weakness, it is the call of the new earth moving through your nervous system. Breathe with it, not against it. You were never meant to numb yourself to survive this transformation. You were meant to listen so deeply that your very presence becomes a stabilizing field for others. Many around you are still afraid of silence because it exposes the truth. They fill the space with constant movement, endless talk, digital noise, and emotional armor. But you, stellar soul, are learning that peace is not found by escaping discomfort. It is found by sitting inside it until it turns into understanding. Every moment you choose not to react, not to rush, you are expanding the light within you. There will be times when silence feels like distance, when you wonder if the universe has stopped listening. But it never does. It simply waits for your frequency to match the message. The higher realms do not shout, they harmonize. The quieter you become, the louder you hear the guidance. That is why awakening feels like both loss and arrival. It is the collapse of false certainty and the birth of inner knowing. Do not be afraid of emptiness. It is the birthplace of creation. When a star dies, it leaves behind space for a new one to be born. The same is true within you. The parts of your identity that are fading are not mistakes. They are cosmic compost, nurturing the next version of your light. If you can learn to honor the silence as sacred ground, you will discover that peace was never something to achieve. It was your nature all along. You are not becoming light. You are remembering that you always were. The noise of the world only convinced you otherwise. The portal whispers once more, do not fear stillness, it is where God hides between heartbeats. In that space, you are met by the intelligence that moves planets and grows forests, the same intelligence that beats your heart without asking for permission. This is the grace of being alive. This is the quiet miracle that happens when you stop fighting what is. So, stay still a little longer. Let the silence wash over you like a tide. Feel it dissolve the stories that no longer serve you. Let the past drift away like a boat leaving shore. You don't need to chase it, you don't need to explain it. What awaits you on the other side of this quiet is clarity, a vision unclouded by fear, a peace that no chaos can touch. From this silence, you will rise differently. Your steps will be lighter, your words fewer but sharper with truth. You will look at the world and see not confusion, but coordination, a symphony of souls awakening in their own rhythm. You will realize that the world is not falling apart, it is tuning itself to a higher frequency. And your silence is part of that tuning. You are not here to fix anyone. You are here to remember, and through your remembrance, others remember too. You are not lost, you are listening. You are not behind, you are becoming. The light within you has never forgotten the way. Trust it now. Let the stillness become your teacher. Let the pause become your prayer. And when the noise returns, you will know how to walk through it untouched, anchored, luminous, whole. You were not meant to shout your truth, you were meant to embody it. Every calm breath you take radiates through unseen dimensions, balancing what words cannot. The more you rest in stillness, the more you amplify the signal of peace across timelines. That is how light travels, not through volume, but through vibration. So listen again, stellar soul. The silence between worlds is calling you home. Step through it not with effort, but with ease. The way forward does not need your fear, it needs your faith. You are the calm within the storm, the listener in a world that forgot how to hear. Hold that role with grace. The universe will take care of the rest. If these words awakened something within you, let them stay with you. Share them with the hearts that are still searching for their own stillness. Subscribe to Stellar Soul Portal and allow these transmissions to remind you, again and again, that the light within you has always known the way home.